G'day people, I'm Sharon and welcome. It's 37 degrees Celsius here today, which is 100 Fahrenheit in the old money, and I've cranked up the air conditioning so that I can show you my vest, or if you're living in the UK you'd probably call it a waistcoat. And this is what it looks like. It's quite cute, isn't it? And it's all quilt as you go. I made the quilt squares using my 100 design set, and I sewed them on an embroidery machine in 20 centimetre squares. If you don't have an embroidery machine, you certainly could make them in other ways. I chose designs that I thought would go together. There are some of my designs that are sashiko inspired, and that would look great. The idea was I would make the squares into sufficiently sized panels so that I could cut out each piece of the vest. 2 fronts and 2 backs. And I specifically did 2 backs because my back is quite rounded. And because of that, I changed the pattern a little. I cut from the centre back to the armhole across and opened it out, which gave me more fabric in the back, and I rounded it off a little, and that essentially made like a dart in the top of the centre back. When I was putting it together, and this is in my style of doing quilt as you go, as I sewed the 2 halves of the back together, no seam allowances, I zigzagged over the join, and when I got to that centre of the top back, I pulled them together. And that means that this vest actually curves around like my back does, and the vest comes closer to my neck. I don't have a gape at the back. To make something like this, you adjust your pattern by taking the seam allowances off. I wouldn't be taking anything off the front because that wouldn't normally be taken off anyway, but the seam allowances in the side and the shoulders would be, so I would cut them off the pattern. If you have a dart, incorporate the dart into one of the joins in the pattern. So that means that your pattern will have nice shape to it, but without it being obvious how that shape was made. I really like this, and I'm proud that something I made in about 2008 or 2009, I can still wear it, although maybe I can't put it together the way I could then. But wait, there's more. I rediscovered this vest or waistcoat not too long ago. I don't think it's going to do up on me now, but it's slightly different to this one. Firstly, it's a princess line design, which means I don't have darts going to the side. After I made it, I found that the armholes were gaping, so I put a little dart down here, mostly under the arms, which means that it's not really very visible when it's on. However, if I made it again, I would do an alteration to the pattern, if I knew what pattern it was that I'd used, and I would take that extra length out of the armhole. This is a brilliant way of putting things together that allows you to make minute adjustments for fit. And I hope you can see some value in it if you're sitting in a place where things are quite cool. Wearing an item like this, which keeps your core warm, will make life feel better for you. But it's also a good fun thing for working out what is a good fit on your body. If you want to use this for making a pattern for you, it's an easy way to do it. Cut out the pattern pieces, remove the seams. So on a princess line, you're removing the seams from the princess, the sides and the shoulder, and the princess on the back. make any adjustments that you need to the pattern. So if there's a bit that you need to take it in a bit because it's too loose, cut those pieces off. Zigzag it together again. Check the fit. Is it how you want it to be? Is it splaying out a bit at the waist? Maybe you need to take something out there. Just each time pull it back together and zigzag it until you're happy with the fit. If you need to add a bit, you can do that as well. And just use your original thing as a way of getting your block sorted out. When you've got it all sorted out, you just need to cut through those zigzag seams and then add where you would normally have seams. So the side fronts, the sides, the side backs, the centre back if you've put some shaping in there for a rounded back like I do, but not around those edges. The edges, I just finish them off like I'd finish off a quilt, so they're just bound. But because they're curved, that has to be bound with a bias tape, not a straight grain tape. And really, it is quite fun to do these things. This could have been made in any colour. In a denim, it looks really nice. There's all sorts of things you can make it, and it's fun. And it's warm. Maybe too warm here at the moment. The designs are available from my website. 100 designs, each in 5 sizes, 14, 17, 20, 23 and 30 centimetres, which goes out to a bit over 11 inches if you've got the Janome CM17, is $50 US. Would you like me to show you exactly how to make one? I can do that, but you need to leave some comments below so that I know to do it. And I'll see you next time.